How can you go from one of the worst international cycling teams to one of the best within a few short years, and what does that have to do with your health? We're going to share their secret and how it's going to change your life in 2022 and beyond. Since 1908 and through the 20th century, the British cycling team was mediocre at best. They had only won a single gold and had never won the Tour de France. They were so bad that even one of the top European bicycle manufacturers refused to sell bikes to them because they were worried it would harm their sales. That all changed in 2003 when British Cycling hired Dave Brailsford as their new performance director. The difference between him and the prior coaches was the aggressive application of what he called the aggregation of marginal gains. This is a philosophy where he would search for small improvements in everything that they did. He believed that making a small 1% changes in many different aspects of what they were doing would yield big benefits, and boy was he right. They started making changes like redesigning bike seats to make them more comfortable, or putting alcohol in the tires to get better grip. They changed the kind of shorts and fabric in their uniforms. They used different massage gels, learned how to wash their hands better so they didn't get sick. They changed their pillows and mattresses and even painted the inside of their trucks white so they could detect dust that would affect their equipment. Each of these changes would not have done much themselves, but when combined together, these small 1% improvements started to make a big difference in a very quick and dramatic way. In just 5 years, the British cycling team dominated the road and track cycling events in the Beijing as well as the London Olympic Games. In 2012, Bradley Wiggins became the first British cyclist to win the prestigious race. For the next 5 out of 6 years, the British cycling team would have a cyclist win that race. From the years of 2007 to 2017, members of the British cycling team won 178 World Championships and 66 Olympic or Paralympic gold medals and 5 Tour de France victories. I thought this was an amazing story when I first heard about it at church, and the concept has stuck with me because there are so many applications that it can help with in our life. Now, as I've looked a little more into the story, there are some controversy in some of those wins, with possible rules being broken by individual cyclists that is still under investigation. But even with that, I don't think it changes the overall concept of what you need to do to improve yourself. And as I thought about it in the context of my profession and helping people achieve health and wellness, it still makes perfect sense. We learned from the British cycling about the aggregation of marginal gains. But I'm a witness to, and I think we've all experienced the opposite. I'll call it the aggregation of marginal losses. Diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, and other chronic conditions don't happen overnight. They happen and are significantly influenced by small, insignificant daily choices on what you'll have for dinner, when you go to bed, and what kind of influences you surround yourself with. I could go on and on. But just as you slowly deteriorate through the aggregation of poor choices, the opposite is absolutely true. The aggregation of marginal gain concept is going to be the key for you to be able to take charge of your health and make this year the year that your life changed for the better. So if you want to change your life this coming year, here are 5 steps that I want you to start working on today. The first is, I want you to sit down in a quiet place and think about the areas in your life that you feel like you need to make a change. Think about what is most bothering you. What is keeping you from your health goals? Is it your weight, your smoking, or other addictions? Is it diet choices, how many medications you take, your mental health? The options really are endless and certainly individual to you. So write them all down, as many as you can think of. Then once you do, pick 5 areas that you feel are most important. Once you have your 5 areas you know you want to improve on, think about what are some small, simple changes that you can do that can make a difference in that aspect of your life. If you're trying to lose weight, maybe you can stop drinking sugary drinks. If you need to improve your mental health, maybe there's some toxic people in your life that you should distance yourself from. If you smoke, maybe you can make a goal to start cutting down to a specific amount. Whatever it is, write down what you think you can change surrounding that goal. Once you've written down a list of ideas that you can start working on, pick one in each category that you're going to start with and write them down in a place that you'll see them all the time. Maybe it needs to be posted in your bathroom mirror or on the opening screen of your phone. Do what is going to work for you. But it needs to be somewhere where it's going to be in your face all the time. Now, it's important to remember these goals that you write down should be the 1% change type activities that contribute to the ultimate goal. They shouldn't be goals like lose 50 pounds. They should be small goals that you can measure and work on that are not overwhelming, that will help contribute to that ultimate goal. Next, you want to pick a measurable time frame that you want to be able to achieve that goal. There's a popular thought that it takes 21 days to make a habit. Any of us who have started on that new exercise program know that this is false. Most studies show that it takes around 60 days or more for this to be the case. The point of this step, though, is to make a regular check-in time on how you are doing on these goals to make sure they're becoming part of who you are and what you do. Remember, the point of this is to make small, permanent changes to your life that when added up together are going to make a new you. Now the last step is to start the process over and picking new goals. Once you've determined that you've made great progress in implementing the changes that you've been working on and feel that they are more of a permanent part of you, go back to your list and pick another 1% change to start working on. As you continue to do this over and over again and get in the habit of making these small 1% changes in your life, you're going to be amazed at the progress you're going to see. One of the biggest problems with people picking resolutions to better their health at the beginning of the year is choosing goals that are too big and difficult to achieve. That's why the majority of people don't end up sticking with the changes they're trying to make, or more commonly, just decide they don't even want to start. But if we apply the principle of making small 1% changes in the areas where we need the most work, and if we're persistent and patient, just like the British cycling team, we'll be able to see significant and measurable changes that you didn't think were possible. When it comes down to it, your health is all you have and is a key to being able to enjoy all the other goals and important things in life. Now, we can't avoid every health problem that comes, but we can avoid a significant amount of them by how we treat our bodies. That's why we make these videos here at Family Med, to help you take control of your health so you can make the best decisions for you and your family. So we wish you good luck in making that 1% change, and we'll see you in the next video.